Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to the sounds of roaring winds and the relentless crash of waves. You peer outside and see what looks like an ocean turned upside down, debris flying, trees bending, and the sea itself crawling farther and farther inland. But this isn't just another storm. This is Hurricane Bettina, and she's about to unleash her full fury on Russia's Black Sea coast in 2023. Welcome to Wild Weather Nova, where today, we delve into one of the most unexpected and powerful late-season storms to strike the region in decades. Let's find out how Hurricane Bettina turned quiet seaside towns into war zones. It started like any other day along the Black Sea coast. Locals in cities like Balaklava, Sochi, and Yevpatoria went about their daily routines, unaware of the monster-gathering strength offshore. Weather forecasts hinted at worsening conditions, but no one could have anticipated just how ferocious this storm would become. By the time Hurricane Bettina made landfall, her winds were already screaming at over 140 kilometers per hour. This storm wasn't just a typical autumn squall. Bettina had rapidly intensified, packing winds strong enough to tear apart buildings, uproot trees, and rip rooftops clean off homes and businesses. But this was just the beginning. It was early in the morning when Bettina began her assault. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, terrified residents in Balaklava and Sochi looked out their windows to a scene of absolute chaos. Power poles snapped like twigs, plunging entire neighborhoods into darkness. Emergency crews scrambled to clear roads blocked by fallen trees, but their efforts were no match for the rapidly worsening conditions. As the storm raged on, Bettina's winds intensified, peaking at a staggering 144 kilometers per hour. Seaside communities were pummeled relentlessly. Boats were ripped from their moorings, sent crashing into piers, or hurled ashore like children's toys. Entire rooftops were sheared off, exposing homes to the elements. And still, the storm showed no signs of relenting. But the wind alone wasn't enough for Bettina. As the storm charged north, she summoned the Black Sea itself to aid in her destruction. The waves rose higher and higher, resembling a tsunami. In Balaklava, the once picturesque harbor was reduced to a battlefield. Boats and yachts were swept ashore, docks were splintered into pieces, and the waterfront, a hub of local life, was swallowed by the violent sea. Video footage from locals captured the devastation in real time. Giant waves pounded the coast, demolishing piers, sinking ships, and leaving behind nothing but wreckage and debris. There was no escape from the storm's wrath. Those who hadn't evacuated in time could do nothing but watch as Bettina's fury consumed their homes and livelihoods. In Sochi, the situation wasn't any better. The coastal city, known for its beaches and resorts, found itself under siege. Trees shook violently in the gale before finally giving in, crashing down onto cars and homes. Roads were swamped with seawater as waves breached coastal defenses. Footage shows cars floating helplessly down streets, their alarms echoing eerily as the waterlogged city struggled to keep its head above the rising tide. The storm surge brought an icy layer of sea foam that coated the flooding streets, making the once bustling city look like a surreal, apocalyptic landscape. Coastal infrastructure, roads, buildings, boardwalks, was swallowed by the sea. Further east, the city of Berdyansk faced a similar fate. Black Sea breakers tore through the harbor, ripping apart anything not firmly secured. Even in western Crimea, residents bore witness to the unimaginable power of the storm. Gusts of 30 meters per second howled like banshees, battering promenades and snapping tree trunks as if they were no more than brittle twigs. By nightfall, the storm showed no signs of letting up. The people of Crimea braced for an even longer, more destructive night ahead. Thousands were plunged into darkness as Bettina severed power lines, cutting off electricity to over 40,000 residents. As Bettina's reign of terror continued, emergency responders worked tirelessly to rescue trapped residents, clear roads, and restore some semblance of order. In the city of Yevpatoria, rescue efforts ramped up as storm surges swamped entire neighborhoods. At least 15 houses were submerged, and first responders rushed to evacuate 150 residents to safety. No corner of the Crimean coast was spared from Bettina's destructive forces. Throughout the night, people huddled together in shelters, clinging to the hope that the storm would soon pass. And even as generators roared to life, providing precious electricity to hospitals and emergency centers, the sheer scale of the damage became painfully clear. When dawn finally broke the next day, the true extent of Hurricane Bettina's destruction came into focus. Shorelines were battered, homes lay in ruins, and entire communities were flooded. Yet, amidst the wreckage, something remarkable was happening. The people of the Black Sea coast, though bruised and battered, stood strong. Repair crews and volunteers began to mobilize. Food, medicine, and other critical supplies flowed into the hardest-hit areas. First responders, running on little more than coffee and sheer determination, continued their work. The human spirit refused to be defeated. As with all storms, Bettina will eventually pass. But in her wake, the people of these coastal communities will rebuild, stronger, more resilient, and united in the face of adversity. Though nature may test our strength time and time again, it is the enduring human spirit that rises from the wreckage, ready to rebuild, ready to heal. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay safe, and as always, stay prepared.
Стремительным потоком вода прибавляется, прорвало последнее, что только могло прорваться. Соседу уже сейчас во двор пойдет вода. Меня уже окружило.
Музей целый, все нормально. А вот это здание.
Это с Рейфо, что ли?
Обалдеть.
На Рейфо была крыша?
Обалдеть.